What's going on? Welcome to a Korean American Expat. So, before I talk about what subject I'm going to talk about, I'll try in the future try to link my two other channels on the descriptions. I know I've been a little bit lazy to do that lately, and that's the problem I've had. So, yeah, just I haven't had a chance to link them. But the subject I want to talk about is, yo, still the cultural shock. The cultural shock, because everyone thinks, okay, yes, I am a Korean, but they don't realize because the thing is, as I said in my past videos, like speaking Korean or small talk, usually we're all waiting for the players. Yesterday, I went to a basketball game. So I showed you on my other video when I talk about retiring Korea, I was in Changwon. So yeah, yesterday, it's interesting. I was just standing around. I usually don't say much till the players come out, and I'm like, yo, and the funny thing is, I still speak English to the players. Majority, actually, I find out that they do speak some English, so I just lead with English because I tend to just do it that way. And because of the players, I find out from the foreign players, even if they're the Asian imports, because I covered that in my other channel about Asian imports, and then the foreigners are mostly Americans that played in the NBA, and then now they're here in South Korea playing some b-ball. I just lead straight out with English with everything. And, they're like, oh, could you, yesterday, family was like, hey, could you first, I say, yeah, I can help you. He goes, Kate, the player from the team. And the team was KT Sonic Boom. I'm like, yeah, you talking about, who? I know who's coming down. You talking about the star player? I was like, I'll even say the name, like Haewoon or Ha-yoon-gi. You talking about those? Which one? He goes, yeah, could you help us? I was like, yeah, not a problem, And I say, yeah, if you take the pictures, I'll take the pictures with them. We take pictures, not a problem. And then he's like, do you care? You didn't take a picture? Nope, because I've seen these guys a million times. I've gone to these games a million times. I know these guys. Even if some of them might remember me, some might not, because they see so many fans. But, I just don't. I'm just like, okay. I usually get like with the foreign players mostly, because I've seen the Korean players left and right. I've seen them. So I'm used to them. Yeah. And then, yeah, and some of these guys, they're like, oh, okay. They might know of me, but I'm not that famous or that popular. I really don't care. I'm here because of my other channel. I'm here to cover mostly the Asian imports, foreign players, that are here. And yeah, I ran into them. They're like, and then when I speak to them, like, yo, from the States. He goes, oh, yo, where you from? West Coast, LA. Represent West Coast. Because that's sometimes, they don't even understand that's that's the talk. So sometimes I, say, yeah, West Coast, East Coast. That's something, we'll just know from the States. But yeah, and the family, I just like, yeah, not a problem. And then they're thinking, wait, are you Filipino? No, I'm actually, I'm Korean American. I just speak English, and that's pretty much all I did. Yeah, and they're just happy. They got a picture with that star player, and and of course, yep. Well, this one player called Ha-yoon-gi. Picture him as a Korean Hulkster. That's what his face looks like, the Korean Hulkster. So I've seen him so many times. He's like 6'8", 6'9". I think he's about 6'8" or 6'7" when they measure, because they're very particular about measurements. But yeah, I've seen the guy so many times, so I'm just like, yeah, what's going on? And yeah, so the Koreans are like, wow, you get around to this KB? Yeah, I cover this on my YouTube channel. So, on other times when I'm not doing this, talking, to a lot of you guys here or gals, if there is some women that do follow, I'm doing other content. I'm going to work. I'm staying busy on what I'm trying to do. So, yeah, I just go out. And, yeah, I always forget the cultural shock of most people, Even if I've been living here, because here's the thing, again, we don't talk to our neighbors as much. And they're like, and sometimes I'm like, yo, man, this stuff is like complicated. Could you help me with this? Like, like laundry stuff. Like sometimes if I wanted to, pay some money, get it dried real quick at the laundry machines, there is no English option. They're all Korean options. Even if I could read, it just takes more time for me. Even if I can speak the language, but I could like speak better than read. I just go, yep, help me. And they're like, wait, you're a foreigner? Or, the term, Waeguk. You're a Waegugin? Yep, I am. I am pretty much a foreigner here. That's what the Korean government calls it. Even if, we're Korean, I'm Korean naturally, but we're foreigners, so. And that's the way it goes. And yeah, I was, helping out. Not a problem. So that was nice of the family. I'm like, here, let's just take a picture of, and then, a bunch of photos of me and that player, yeah, we took it together. I didn't care because I have so many video and film of these guys. It's like, it's not like a one-time thing. And then I'm going to go see this game on Thursday. And that's pretty much, what it does. So, yeah. So a lot of times, I always forget, like, that it's still a homogenous country. They sit there and go, wait, but you look like us. Yeah, I do. But you speak English. Yeah, that's what I'm comfortable with. And, so that was the fun cultural shock every time. Even if I know this, I've been here 10 years, I know it, they're like, oh my goodness, and I'm just like, oh, yep, I always forget. And they're like, you can talk English really well with these players. I'm like, yeah, because we came from the same place. Well, in the United States, it's 50 states. So, yeah, so I see like a lot of the foreign players, and they don't stay long because it's a season. And sometimes maybe a couple might stay, make it a career, like, what is it, the player from Seoul SK. But, I know that's what it is. So, and of course, it's tough to, for these players, but, they have interpreters. And, yeah, and the thing about, these sports leagues in South Korea, like there's only 2 assistant coaches that are foreigners and they're Americans. So I usually, when I go see those guys play, I'm like, yo, what's up? And he's like, oh man, happy you're here. And that's cool. But they have their lives. And of course, yeah, they do like ask me, yeah, if you come early, let me know. We get together, but most of the times, it's never, the schedule never works out. But that was kind of cool of, one of the coaches. Eventually I would like to get some time just to chill and just talk some b-ball, but it is what it is. But the constant shock of like somebody different, yeah, there's still some of it. It's disappearing, but they're like, oh my goodness. And of course, there's always talk about, how do you say Monroe? Those players' names. I'm saying there, I could, but I'm just like never correcting them. But it was kind of funny. And yesterday, while I was waiting for the players, because sometimes the visiting team hurries up, they're trying to get on the bus, go home, and then the home team kind of drags a little bit, and then you're just like, okay, yo, here you go. And yesterday, I got one of the jerseys that I needed, and of course, another thing I do is I do donate the jerseys in the Philippines, so I do get the Filipino players from the KBL, and pretty much I get them signed, wear it during the season, and then when I go to the Philippines, I donate these jerseys to just random people, someone that's like, that I think, really could use it. They're like, oh my goodness, you got someone's jersey? Yeah, I got someone's jersey. So, yeah, but it is always a shock here in Korea. I always forget that it's a homogenous country, because I'm still from the West. I still go home every year, so I'm still about a week and a half away from going home for a month. So I have to see some things. I have to get some work done and then come back and live the life and work again. So so it is what it is. It is what it is with a lot of the people. And of course, again, I did pay only 25,000 won, and then I sat at a table seat, so I was like, oh cool. So I liked the view that I had, so it was kind of nice. And then I even had a chance to put the jersey there. But but it's one of the things, doesn't drive me crazy, so I get to go to a sporting event, and it doesn't cost like a super arm and a leg, except the jersey cost an arm and a leg. They're kind of getting more expensive now, the jerseys, but like the game experience here in Korea, it's really cheap. It's not like the United States with the NBA, MLB, where it's an arm and a leg. They check you for every little thing. So yeah, that was quite fun yesterday, getting out and visiting. And I said, yo, I came a long way, so you're gonna sign this for me? He goes, yes. I said, I'm gonna drop this off in your city too, so I'm gonna donate. So I said, please do this, because I'm doing this for a good cause. I'm not gonna hold the jerseys any longer once I head over to the Philippines eventually in the fall. I don't know when I'm gonna go. I don't know when, the time. I have to kind of see. I have a month in mind, but I'm still debating when I should go. So, but one thing, still, South Korea, yep, the culture shock, homogenous country, it still gets me a little bit, because I'm like, oh, I keep forgetting they don't see a lot of foreigners in some places. They're like, again, sporting events. They're not used to seeing a tall 6'9" guy, or somebody who's really big from the United States. They're not used to seeing how big these players are. And I stand next to them. I know how big they are, because I'm used to this. Because I've watched a lot of games in America, where I went to a lot of NBA games. I went to a lot of MLB games. I know the sizes of these guys. They're pretty big. I already expected it, so for me it's normal. But to the Koreans next to me, it's still like a culture shock. It's kind of weird, like, oh my God, look at that guy. And I'm just like, but yeah, I always forget that it still gets me. But yeah, it is pretty much homogenous country still. And sometimes they have the culture shock of like, oh, I got to see somebody tall, somebody big, somebody physique wise. So yeah. All right, so yeah, I'll try to link my videos on the descriptions and try to get them out there, and then wherever. So yeah, so if you have an experience like, have you been in countries that are very homogenous, seeing the culture shock of the people, like, wow, I've never seen someone this big, and you see them like, wow. So have you seen that culture shock in in your countries, besides the West, mostly, you know, in Asian countries, or, you know, wherever other countries you might be from, comment in it, and then I'll try to like read them. I can't reply to all of you because now your comments are coming in like at rapid fire now. Even if I have like barely 160 subs, or I don't know, hundreds, yeah, they come at rapid fire. So, all right, so that's it. And yep, I'm gonna enjoy my walk. It's a warm spring day, and I'll see you. So, Korean American Expat, take care, and I will see you guys soon. Goodbye.